So she brought this up, and we prayed over it, and I allowed her into the room. Actually, our pastor Jason came up too, and they both prayed over it. The leader of our biker ministry, which I know sounds crazy, but like I called it in the book, which we'll talk about shortly. I called it like the thunder of the bikes, because like the biker ministry showed up. You can imagine like 100 Harleys riding into this hospital, right? Like, I mean, just it was crazy. But he came in and laid hands on Shelley. But this prayer shawl was always present, laying over her legs. In fact, when they would take her for surgeries and stuff, they would try to take the shawl off, and I'd say, nope, that needs to stay on. If you need to move it, it's fine, but it needs to stay on the bed with her at all times. Like, it never was taken off the bed. And as we progressed through this, I started noticing, especially once Shelley started to improve and people started realizing there was a chance for survival, nurses were coming in, and they would come in the middle of the night, and they would play with the little tassels or put their hand on it. And then they'd walk out. And one night I followed a nurse to see what she was doing. And she came in there, she played with that shawl for a second and walked out, went over, put her hand on her patient in a different room and started praying. And to see that happen in the medical field was really surprising. Not because, and then there's a lot of doctors we met, they have very strong faith, but there's some also that it's just like, hey, it's a science, this is science. And we're doing, I believe God gives us that, or gives certain people the ability to be an amazing or miracle producing surgeon or doctor or nurse, whatever. But I was watching people's lives just be changed by, like, they're looking at this prayer shawl and they're looking at Shelley and going like,
these poor people that choose that profession, especially on that floor, you are some sort of human, superhuman to even work on that floor. They see a lot of death, a lot. And so it was something for them to see someone that all the doctors said was not going to make it to come back from the dead, honestly.